Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So South Carolina's offense will go on the attack first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count.
Hey, he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got it on the sideline. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense has its first opportunity of the day. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Running back searching for a hole. He's got enough to move the chains for Kentucky.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. Going for it all. Touchdown, Wildcats! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long.
I wonder if there's just a little bit of rust with this offense right now coming off the bye week, right? They just haven't been able to get clicking in this game throwing the football. They're going to have to find that mojo and get back into a rhythm here pretty quickly.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's got the back in the middle. Open space at the 25. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And when you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Maryland pulled one out today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those Terps players. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, this defense was ready for go-box. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. And if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
That's caught. It's Reeder. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Wildcats are rolling down the field. Single back formation, and they give it to it. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency in getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's John. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Scrambling away. Trying to make magic with his feet. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. The quick out. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. He stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He reached into his bag for that move, and it didn't get him loose at all. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He lost 1 down the sideline. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off.
He's looking deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The short hands. It's Wilcox.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Wildcats with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Hauls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And a decent game there before the defense makes a stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Wildcats come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Caught near the sticks. It's Washington. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're good.
Touchdown, Wildcats! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Got some room in to the goal line. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. That penalty is going to be a coaching point in position meetings this week. I mean, he is going to get an earful from the coaches on the sidelines. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll start this drive firing. Finds his man. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking downfield very late in the half. Grab near the marker. It's Pringle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And in the final seconds of the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Nestled just inside that right upright. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today.
We're just about ready to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. And there he goes. Just barely able to keep him from housing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. With the run on 1st and goal. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they take it in for 6 more points. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
South Carolina, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We've got to stop turning the football over.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st. And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. They've been running it, but now the pass. Fires on the move. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Snagged out of the air. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense has it. They're on the move.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing
touchdown Kentucky. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
South Carolina, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the back. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Pringle. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. South Carolina ready ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Got a man, it's John. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. He's in open space downfield. There he goes. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Well, this defense is eyeing the scoreboard. You know they're looking up there. They want to keep this goose egg intact. They've been so good all game long. Still playing with phenomenal effort here in the fourth quarter, creating that fumble and takeaway.
Power football with the run. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. A first down run on the doorstep. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Power ahead. Touchdown Wildcats. And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on it. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. On the move, it's Pringle. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they will score. Touchdown, Wildcats. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Got it in the middle. It's smart. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Red pass, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack at another offensive odyssey. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They go right back to it. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He wants a big play here late. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Kentucky now operating in the red zone. Right back to it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one, and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.